I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. This is part 2 of the So You Want to Be a YouTuber. We're going to talk about some things now. Where we left off, I was getting ready to talk about some of the negative things that happen that you just sort of need to be prepared for. Because this is just how it is. What I want to talk about now, and you know, the Germans have a word for it, Schadenfreude, somebody who takes joy in somebody else's demise. That's the kind of people who trolls are. They are. And what you're going to find is that, you know, the best way to deal with a troll, because you're going to have them, if your channel does well, you're going to have trolls. Number one, understanding the psychology of a troll helps, you know. These are people who are missing in themselves what they see in you. The people that hate me, they hate in me what's missing in them, and that's it. The one thing that I have found over the many, many years of doing this as a content creator is that, and I've had a lot of trolls come and go. The best way to deal with a troll, it's not always easy to do, but trust me, the best way to deal with a troll is to ignore them. Because all a troll wants is to get attention, and that's it. So they're going to say terrible things. Use the block button. That's why it's there. But you're going to have to develop thick skin, because if you're concerned about what people think of you, this is the wrong gig to do. I'm just being honest with you. You know, it's just the nature of people. Over the years, I don't have anybody who has trolled me who simply was a viewer and watched the channel and said, oh, it's not for me. I better hate this guy for a long time for no reason. That's not who trolls people. Trolls are failed YouTubers. These are people who wanted to have a channel and they tried to make a legit go of it typically, and it doesn't work, and they resort to trolling because that's the only way they can get it, to get into the mind of, again, they hate in me what's missing in them. So the best way to deal with a troll is to kind of see them as a stray cat or a stray dog. Let's go with a cat. If you have a stray cat that shows up, no, because if a stray cat shows up at my door, I'm taking it in. If a stray dog comes to your back door, I'd probably take a dog too. She's bad. If you feed a stray cat, what's it going to do the next day? It's going to be right back where because it knows there's food there. Same thing with a dog. If you feed a stray dog, it's not going to leave. It's got food. If you continue feeding it, it's going to stay indefinitely. If you stop feeding a stray cat or a stray dog, what's that animal going to do? It's not going to starve to death while it waits for you. It's an animal. It's going to go find food elsewhere. And so try to see trolls like that, you know. The way you feed a troll, just don't feed a troll ever. And here's how you feed a troll. You feed a troll by acknowledging them. All right? Someone makes a video about you, or even, all they want to know is they got to you. So the best thing you can do is not even respond. I'm guilty. I don't ever talk about them in videos. Very rarely ever, a couple times in 7 years. But every once in a while, I'll respond in a comment, and then I'll just block them. I get the last word. But every once in a blue moon, you're going to have somebody that hates you, and you'll ignore them, and they just won't go away. That's mental illness. And if you're positive vibrations, good healing vibes, prayers, pray for that person, because that person needs it. But one thing you need to understand about the whole troll thing is that it is a part of the game. It comes with the territory. I had someone say to me, the only thing that's worse than having a troll is not having one. Because having trolls means your channel's growing. Unfortunately, so those are some of the negative things that come with the channel that they don't talk about. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't like your success. One thing I wanted to talk about, I should have talked about this in the first episode. This is kind of out of order, so I apologize. But I've seen people that have gone out, started a channel, immediately spend $1,000 on a studio and expensive equipment, and $1,000 on a backdrop and really expensive cameras and stuff. And look, you guys have seen my studio. This is my studio. I've shot on 4 or 5 back porches and in the park and by the riverside. I don't have a studio. The closest I ever came to have a studio was shooting at Blazing Foods, where we had a backdrop. But there's never been a studio. I have good equipment, but I don't have like super expensive equipment. You don't need to. Now, will those things help? I don't know. Probably, maybe. Editing. I don't edit, you guys. Some of you guys may want to edit. Some of you may go like, I can't stand that he doesn't edit. You could edit when you do your channel. You know what I mean? You just have to have that ability to do it. And if you don't know how, you learn how. It's just something I'm not going to do. But, you know, like, how many times have you guys heard me say, like, comment, and subscribe, guys? Or smash that like button. Have you ever heard me say that? Like, ever? Seriously? I'll joke about it in a live stream once in a blue moon, but have you ever heard me say it in a video? I don't want to I'm a YouTuber, but I don't want to sound like one. If that makes, I don't know. It's strange. But one thing that I want to make sure that this is a really important thing to know. What YouTube is a lot of fun. You can make some money at YouTube. There's no two ways about it. There's no right time to get in YouTube. Like, I know people that, like, if you think about Amway as a business, you know, you get somebody involved and they get people involved and it's a pyramid thing, but multi-level marketing. But people will say to you, it's pointless to get into Amway now. There's millions and millions and millions of people in it. I got news for you. If you have desire and if you will treat it like a business and not a hobby, you can get into Amway today and make money, a lot of it. Fact. Same thing with YouTube. You didn't miss the curve. You didn't I wish I started 5 years ago. No, the best time to start it is now, all right? But what YouTube is, to me, more than anything, is it's been a door opener. And I've been very, very fortunate. I mean, I didn't, really fortunate. I didn't seek out any of the things that I'm doing. I didn't, I just got really, not lucky, I got really blessed along the way, you know what I mean? I meet people like Ryback and Adam from, Ed from Walking Dead. To get a chance to go around the world, all these things just kind of fell into my lap. And the Netflix thing, I didn't apply for that. It wasn't like they came to me. And the Hulu thing, there was no auditions. They came to me, you know what I mean? And there's a bunch of other things. What if I should... But anyway, it's a door opener. It's a door opener. My life, we're 9 days away from the trailers dropping. And we're 32 days away from the show airing. My life is going to change a lot. It just is. So YouTube is a door opener. But yeah, I've done business. So many times I tried to start my own business. And here's why I've told people forever. If you treat your business like a hobby, okay, it's going to pay you like a hobby. How well do hobbies pay? That's why they call it a hobby, right? If you treat your hobby like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. One thing that I'm very proud of, I'm trying to be as humble as can be, and I've worked hard. I've made 2 videos every day for 7.5 years. I bet you could count how many days I've taken off. It's probably less than 60 days in 7 years where I didn't make a video. So I've worked really hard. So if you're willing to work hard, to do the work, and have fun doing it, and if you got, it doesn't have to be chill, it can be a million different things. Do it. You know why? Here's a really important thing why. Because if you don't do it, you'll always wonder what if. People on their deathbed, no one ever says, oh man, no one's remorseful of things they did. It's the things that you didn't do. So if this is something you're thinking about, you have no idea how close I came to not starting this channel. My ex-wife, I said to her, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. She goes, what are you, 13? So for a couple weeks, I was like, I just didn't do it. Thank God I did it. If your channel does do well, here's one thing that I want to, this is an important thing. Keep grounded. I've watched, it's funny. I think when somebody gets a level of success or notoriety in a certain space or whatever, in whatever field they're in, it's going to do one of two things. You're going to either start believing the hype and pat yourself on the back saying, look what I did, look what I accomplished. Or and you'll get a big head, or it's going to rivet your feet to the ground and make you humble. All right? I hope you're the person that's going to rivet your feet to the ground and make you humble. I watched a YouTube content creator in a different space. It wasn't the chili world. Hit 50,000 subscribers, which is a huge accomplishment. Only 321,000 channels have ever hit 100,000 subs. All right, so to hit 50 is still a monumental achievement. And I watched that person change as if it was stunning to watch. So stay grounded, you know what I mean? Do that. And lastly, I'll kind of finish up on this. It kind of goes back to the very first thing I said when I started this talk. Who should start a YouTube channel? You should. You have a message to say. You have something you want to say. You have a way you want to say it. You have an angle you want to do it that's different than others. do it. Because like I said, we only have one trip. This is it, we don't get 10 go-arounds. This is it. I saw a meme that said, we only have one life. Why are we not running towards our goals like our hair is on fire? I don't have any hair, but I'm running towards my goals as if it were on fire and I had some. So what I would tell you is if something's inside of you, do it. The pie is huge. It's not a zero-sum game. It's like the pie is huge. There's no such thing as my subs, your subs. It doesn't work that way. We're all part of the big community. And not just the chili community, but the YouTube community. And the content creator community. So if you're somebody if you've gotten this far and you're hearing my voice right now, you got to do it. You got to do it. And again, the most important things, a lot of content, fresh content, have fun, ignore the trolls, and know they're coming in the form of emails, comments. Develop thick skin, and you can't worry about what people think about you. You think I worry about what people think about me? Please, would I look like this if I did? All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. There's the conclusion of kind of do's and don'ts and tips to be on being a YouTuber from a very seasoned YouTuber. Oh, but I'll leave it there. Hey, I love you guys. In the description box, you're going to see a link for all the normal stuff. Right here is the pepper to this bus. Hit it. The bus is yours. We're doing this together. Right there is my brother Tommy's channel. Check it out. Challenges I've done, pepperology for all new people. Who loves you guys? Good luck on your channel. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.